dozens of them. And the kick is out of bounds. We'll have it again. If you saw... Here's the boot. High. It's coming to Garrett. Garrett takes it on to 7, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's racked up on his 26-yard line. And down the cover is Bob Nairn, number 58. Here will be the Oakland Raider defense. Ken Stabler at quarterback, number 12. Clarence Davis, 28. Van Egan, 30, the running back. Cliff Branch, 21. Fred Biletnikoff, 25, the flankers. And the tight end will be Dave Casper, number 87. Art Shell at left tackle, Upshaw at left guard, Dalby at center, Beeler the right guard, Henry Lawrence at right tackle. That's the Oakland offense. They have a first down on their 26. Ken Stabler handing off. Mark Van Egan. Van Egan leads the conference in rushing. He's hit there by Joe Rizzo. Let's take a look at that front three. Well, they had a group to go with them. Those are the linebackers, Swenson, Rizzo, Gradishar, and Jackson. Second down, 8 for the Raiders. Stabler to Clarence Davis. Davis trying to get outside. He's hit by Louis Wright. Louis Wright had him all the way. Good cornerbacking play by Louis Wright of San Jose State. And there are the defensive. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. Stabler for his first pass, and it's incomplete. Casper coming across. He was shredded there by 2 players as he crossed.
Take a look why pass plays do or don't work. Casper's having a heck of a time getting off the line of scrimmage. Bob Svensson ties him up. By the time he gets into his...
100 kicks now, and his average 43.7 in his career. A high driving boot. Upchurch on the 15 to the 20, 25. Fumbles the ball. Oakland has it. Oakland has the ball. Down on it is Hubie Ginn, number 29. Oakland's ball. That's the first turnover for Denver in the last 3 games.
And Kurt, as you recall the last 2 times these teams played, or the last time, it was Denver that got the first break. They got ahead, forced Oakland to do things they didn't want to do. This time the table's reversed. Oakland's got their first good field position. Upchurch is wearing a jersey looks like they used in the early 60s.
That's Ginn pouncing on the ball, 29. Oakland on the Denver 39, first down. That was a 58-yard kick by Ray Guy. He's an offense in himself. Van Egan. Van Egan to the 36-yard line of the Denver Broncos, hit by Randy Gradishar, along with Joe Rizzo. Gradishar had his knee operated on in Ohio State. Some pro teams were leery about him in the draft after that knee operation, but he is a standout linebacker.
Not any of them leery of him now.
Second down, 7 for Oakland on the Denver 36 as the Raiders have the first break. They send Biletnikoff right, Cliff Branch left. Clarence Davis peeling out. And that toss is complete to Biletnikoff. First down. Biletnikoff inside the 25.
People wonder, how is Freddie Biletnikoff one of the greatest receivers of all time? He doesn't have a lot of speed. He has excellent timing. He cuts underneath linebackers at just the right spot. He and Stabler work so well together. After he gets the ball, he picks up an extra 6 to 7 yards, and those are big.
And we've already noticed one thing, John. Stabler's getting more time than he did out in Oakland against Denver.
He has the first 2 times he's gone back to pass. 150, he needed a little more time, but he's getting ample time.
They're in a slot right formation. First down, Oakland on the Denver 25. Early minutes, no score. Davis blew a whistle on the play. He might have had... First and 15 now. Oakland on the Denver 30-yard line. Davis fumbled that ball and throws it deep to Branch. He's incomplete. He had an arm on it. That play started off with Stabler never having a snap.
He didn't have it very cleanly, but by the time his line had given him enough protection, Branch got into an excellent position to score. Now, that's the kind of pass Branch is going to have to come up with.
For Branch, we'll talk more about him. Right now, Morris Bradshaw's replaced him as flanker, number 81. Draw play to Davis. He's hit by Lyle Elzado. Elzado pounced on him.
Oh, he was in a perfect defense to make the play. Tried to get an inside release on Art Shell. He was successful in doing so. Didn't buy the draw fake at all. Stopped him before he could get started.
It'll be second down and 17. Clarence Davis is out, and they have 3 wide receivers in the game now. Siani's in. Siani, Grant, and Biletnikoff. Good protection. The pass. Siani is no good. He's out of bounds with it. Mike Siani's out of bounds. Didn't have both feet in. He's still unhappy about the call. Bill Thompson is back. The short punt for Guy. They try to aim it out. Maybe they got a trick play on it. Well, he goes for the near corner.
That's into row 8.
It's up in the seat. And it scored a touchback. Atlanta, 14-7. Washington over the Eagles, 20-17. First down for Denver on their 20-yard line. Otis Armstrong out to the 20. Oh, he's hit hard and taken out of bounds. Number 58, Monty Johnson, the linebacker. Here's the Denver offense. Craig Morton, the quarterback. Schindler starting at tackle today, a rookie. Classic at guard, Montler at center, Howard and Miner on the right side of the offensive line. Second down, 8. Draw play to Armstrong. He lost his footing or was looking for a hole, John. He never really got it going.
And he wasn't going to find it out there because there was nowhere to go. Stick your head in the grass and hope nobody knocks it off. That's about all he could do that trip. Floyd Rice closed the hole as fast as he got it started. But Tusick, Rowe, and Sistrunk are the down 3 for Oakland. They're a big, strong group. They do penetration. Rice, Hint, Johnson, Hall, and Hendricks, outstanding linebackers. The backfield, we know Skip Thomas and Willie Brown, George Atkinson, and Jack Tatum. They've been around a while.
Third down and 10 for the Denver Broncos. Morton may be calling an audible here. He reset the club. Flag is down. Morton is sacked. Flag down on the play.
And Pat.
They have a third down and 5. Third and 5 for the Broncos. No score. 9:53 to play in the first period. Morton going deep. It is nearly intercepted by Skip Thomas, who is covering Jack Dolvin down the field, and he had some help from free safety Jack Tatum. Tatum's been injured most of the season. Left hand. Up he goes with it. A high, wobbly spiral. Colsey gambles on his 40. Comes up to the 45 and is knocked down there on his 45-yard line by Larry Evans, who covered the punt for Denver. First down, Oakland on their 45. And Egan finds a hole, and he's just short of the 50. Gradishar, Bryson Manners in there now. They have the second string front 3 in. Bryson Manner at left end. John Grant, 63 at nose tackle. Paul Smith at right end, number 70. Godwin Turks now in at right linebacker. Red Miller shuttles players in that. Little packages of 3 and 4, trying to keep men fresh.
And the big thing is he doesn't drop much when he does shuttle.
Second down, 6 for the Raiders on their 49. Play action. The pass is out. It is complete in the Denver territory to Clarence Davis, who came out of the backfield. Steve Foley hopped right on top of him. It is spotted on the Denver 47. This telecast presented by authority of the National Football League, intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Denver Broncos and the National Football League is prohibited. Oakland is the number 1 offensive team in the American Football Conference. Dallas is the number 1 offensive team in the National Football Conference. Third down and 2. Driving is Van Egan for the first down. Mark Van Egan.
Kurt, this is what they were unable to do the first time these two teams met. Oakland was not able to penetrate the Bronco defense on the ground. As a result, they had to go in the air. The Broncos were very, very alert, picking off 7 balls. If they can make this kind of penetration today, they'll make it a long afternoon for Denver.
That's Montler, the center. Good pickup by the Broncos in Buffalo. Stabler, lots of time. Comebacker, Biletnikoff. He caught the ball. Right pinned against the sidelines at the 34. He can do that ballet work on that yard stripe over there.
He made that reception possible by feigning not to even be expecting the ball. He was standing there with his hands at his sides. As Stabler threw the ball, Louis Wright had his attention on Biletnikoff. At the last moment, Fred put his arms out, grabbed it down for completion, and that whole field was covered that time by the Bronco defenders.
Second down and a foot to go. Second down and a foot for the Raiders on the Denver 34. Davis outside. First down and more. Cuts away and is dropped there by Bernard Jackson, or he'd had more yardage. First down, Oakland on the Denver 25.
Kurt, it was a great block at the point of attack by Eugene Upshaw. The whole left side of the line cut off all the pursuit. We can see Clarence Davis going in, rolling up Rizzo. Gradishar gets cut off. He can't get in the pursuit, and that's why when a guy breaks free at the line of scrimmage, he can pick up some long yardage.
End in the first period, no score. 7:15 to play. Second time Oakland's been in Denver territory. Davis peeling away. One man had a shot at him. That was Joe Rizzo, and he lost him behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough 4 he just picked up.
Godwin Turk pulled him down. Ball is spotted on the 22-yard line of Denver. Second down and 7. Carl Garrett enters the game. Van Egan goes out. Carl Garrett, coming up the sprint against the rushing game. Right now they're yielding some yardage. Third down and 6. Here they come. It rushes on. The blitz wide open is Branch. Touchdown. They read the blitz. They got Branch one-on-one. That's the goal all the time, to get the 9'4", 100 speedster one-on-one with anybody in the league.
I'll tell you what they did is they gambled. That's the simple thing. However, Bernard Jackson did not get to Stabler in time. You see him coming from his back position. He's trying to disguise the blitz. However, it allowed Stabler to let Branch get into his pattern, make his first break. Foley had no chance. He's got the whole field to throw the ball in. Touchdown, Raiders.
And you know, John, that's just the second touchdown for Cliff Branch this year.
It's been a long one.
He's had a bad ankle all year. He usually averages 20 yards a catch and gets his 10 to 12 touchdowns a year. So Stabler and the Raiders and Branch strike first. Here's the attempted point now by Errol Mann. From Watson, the kick is up. The kick is good. 5:50 to go in the first period. Timeout. The Oakland Raiders 7. The Denver Broncos nothing. Upchurch is 80. Schultz is 86. Guy kicked it out of the end zone. That's the way he was kicking against Pittsburgh, John, early in the season with his kickoffs.
That one went about 12 feet high in the air all the way out of the end zone. You think
they were mired in their own territory? Let's see if Denver can cut it loose. First down on their 20. Greg Morton is going to throw it. He's out to Otis Armstrong, and Armstrong short yardage, 2 yards out on his 22-yard line. And Hendricks put a furious rush on Morton. Today, John, it's Morton getting the pressure and not Stabler. 8 to go for the Broncos on their 22. Out of the slot right. Armstrong, he's pinned in. Dave Rowe stood his ground as the nose tackle and made the hit on Otis Armstrong.
You're able to see.
I'll tell you that. I want to welcome the fans who've been watching the Kansas City-Cleveland game on third down and 7. They tried a little dump off. That's a forward pass incomplete. It's no fumble. 4th and 7, and Denver will have a punt formation. Sistrunk was rushing him. And so the Broncos offense is stalled completely so far. And Bronco quarterback Craig Morton, who's maybe the comeback man of the year in pro football, is going over to the bench and talking over with his coaching staff and see what they can do. To Georgia. And he kicks it away. A towering kick. Bolsey backpedaling, lets it hit, touches him. He has to pick it up. He's knocked down immediately by John Schultz, 86, the wide man, one of the 2 wide men who can leave at the snap of the ball. So Denver has a very challenging schedule, one of the toughest in the National Football League. First down for the Raiders. Clarence Davis trying to squirt through there. He's stopped at his 18-yard line by Lyle Alzado, the front 3, back on the field.
Reuben Carter, the down man, right over the center, makes any kind of penetration he can. You know he gets a lot of attention. They're putting both George Beeler and Dalby on him to get him out of the way. When it takes 2 men to get someone out of the way, you know they're going to pack someone up for the other side.
Oakland has had 4 first downs, Denver none. Van Egan smashes to the 22-yard line. Mark Van Egan has averaged 97 yards a game this year. Number 1 rusher in the American Conference. Walter Payton leads the National Conference. And the specter of O.J. Simpson hanging right behind him. O.J. is 59 yards back of Van Egan and 120 yards in back of Payton. And Simpson and his Bills will be out in Seattle this afternoon. It's on the 22-yard line, third down 5, 7-0, Oakland ahead, 3:49 to go, as we just told you in the first period. Saber will throw. Out it goes, it's complete to Cliff Branch. He has a first down. Still going. He may have a first down. He had it, and he kept running backward. He had a first down by 3 or 4 yards, and now he may have run himself out of a first down. He's mad at himself, and he should be.
Even if he does make the first down, he cut it too close. I really think
I think he ran himself out of it, John.
I think he did too. Here we go.
Claus, the all-time leading punter by average in the history of the National Football League. This man may challenge that before he's through. There's another great kick. Look at that punt. And it lands and goes on through. It's a touchback. Great guy.
Little 74-yard job.
And against a slight breeze. Thomas Herrera, quick 6-footer will be there. And Al McGuire will be making his debut as a commentator, along with Dick Enberg and Billy Packer for NBC. November 12th, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. First down for Denver. Lonnie Perrin has a hole. And a first down. That's the first down for Denver in the game. Lonnie Perrin, a second-year player out of Illinois. He has taken the place of the injured John Keyworth at fullback. And Herrera, his previous longest, 72 yards, his rookie year against Houston. First down, Denver on their 31. Oakland ahead, 7-0. Armstrong jammed up. Maybe a yard or two for him. John Matuzak was there. Rowe was there. Hendricks. They all were there.
Teams often try to pick on the left side of the Oakland defense. Matuzak has been doing a stalwart job all year long. He's big. He's strong. Look, he just stacks up the whole group of people. If you can't move him out of there, you're not going to make any yards going that way.
Denver under 33, a sellout crowd, 76,000. The stadium is sold out for the season. Thousands denied season ticket requests. They could have easily had 100,000 here today. Lonnie Perrin ripped in a tackle and bounces his way out to the 40-yard line of the Broncos. Lonnie Perrin had the longest run of the first Oakland-Denver game, 16 yards from scrimmage for a touchdown. Line up on NBC next Sunday afternoon. Hope you'll be tuned in to one of those games. Third down and 2 for the Broncos. First down for Lonnie Perrin. Perrin rips it off. He's a hard runner, low center of gravity.
And they made him a hole. When you make someone a hole, it's pretty easy to get through it.
Rick Upchurch brings the play in for the Broncos. Jack Dolman comes out. First down, Denver. They now flicked off 2 first downs in a row. And you're looking at some final scores. You can follow them along. Big game for Cleveland, wasn't it? Denver from their 44. Perrin is breaking tackles, John. He's running that hard today.
He is breaking tackles, and I'll tell you, Steve Schindler has made 2 crunching blocks at the point of attack to allow Perrin to get through the line.
To make a permanent home here in Denver. Why not? He's got this town right in his hands. They love him here. And he's been elected captain of the team. Here's a reverse to Armstrong. Armstrong skittering away and is into Oakland territory to the Oakland 44. And he has a first down. As Denver's moving now with 3 first downs in a row. First down, Denver, as we open the second period. Play action pass. Morton is hit and down in his own territory. John Matuzak records the first sack of the game for Oakland. They had a previous one that was wiped out with a penalty.
Had plenty of time to throw the ball, Kurt, but he didn't have anyone open. That's just excellent defensive execution on Oakland's part.
In the first period, total offense, Oakland 77 yards, Denver 42. 1 turnover, that by Denver, the first turnover in their last 3 games. Pat Tumain's coming on the field now for the Raiders. Sacks in this game, 1 by Oakland, none for Denver. Rick Upchurch brought a play in. It's on the 48-yard line of Denver. Second down, 18. And onto the field, Charlie Phillips and Neil Colsey, 6 secondary backs. Tumain going after him, and he's got him. Pat Tumain on him, number 67. The second sack in a row. As Oakland today's got the rush on.
But Tusak and Tumain playing a few games out there, allowing Tumain to get free. When you allow him to get free on the outside, it's not going to take him long to get to the quarterback. Sir, he lets Otis beat him up for 3 plays, then he comes in and gets the passing.
Third and 26. Rowe nearly jumped. They run Armstrong. Armstrong still going, and he gets some decent yardage, but way short of the first down. Monty Johnson brings him down there, and Bucky Dilch now will be coming back in to punt the ball. Just got the kick away. Colsey calls for the fair catch. He very rarely calls for a fair catch, but he was wise on that one. Ball on their 17-yard line. All the first stringers in there. Denny Stabler looks it over, running out of the eye to Clarence Davis, weak side. Davis breaks it out to the 30 for a first down. 35, still going. And Bernard Jackson, it was like that tackling sled. He just kept going at him, or that blocking sled, and just kept pushing him back.
Well, all he was doing was holding on. I tell you, Clarence Davis got, at the point of attack, got great blocks by Upshaw and Shell. On Alzado, they moved him off the line of scrimmage, allowing Davis to get by into the open, and you wonder why Oakland runs to the left. They just knocked everybody back about 4 yards.
You know what Davis looked like? The Super Bowl game. The big game he had in the Super Bowl. Running off to the weak side. Oakland ball, first down on their 36. Van Egan cracks it to the 40. Mark Van Egan.
I think you're seeing Lyle at his best here. He's playing the right side defensively. They run to the left. His pursuit is excellent. He can make plays all over the field. As a defensive lineman, that's a great quality to have. He stops the play for a 2-yard gain.
12:45 remaining in the half. 7-0 Oakland. Oakland scoring in the first period, a 21-yard pass. Stabler to Branch. Weak side again. Clarence Davis is hit by number 29 coming up. Bernard Jackson along with the right linebacker inside, Randy Gratishar. This puts the ball now on the Oakland 42. They have a third down and 4. So far, Ken Stabler, who, by the way, has completed his 58% of his passes, he's had 13 interceptions this year, which have lowered him out of the usual 1, 2, or 3 spot in the rankings of quarterback.
Still
in this game, 5 of 8 he's completed. The Snake throws it out to Casper for a first down. Casper is down in Denver territory on the 45 of Denver. Dave Casper's first reception today.
And the Snake just waited as long as he possibly could. He had no more time to waste. He waited for Casper to make his move. As he made it, he threw the ball, took an awful lick from Chavis, and you can see Casper does his thing and picks up about 17.
That's his 32nd catch of the year. He leads the receivers of the American Football Conference. He's got a good average for a tight end, 13 yards. First down Oakland on the Denver 45. Van Egan, gaping hole, trying to crawl his way, and Branch is signaling a first down, but he's not the official. See how explosive he is. This is just his 4th year. He's getting better, not by the season, but by the week.
Just keeps doing it.
They look to the far sideline, and they mark him short. Short by a foot. Oakland's on the Denver 35-yard line. Second down and a foot to go. Van Egan and Carl Garrett are the running backs. The Raiders are driving again. They're ahead 7-0. That's Carl Garrett. Garrett cuts back, has a first down to the Denver 33 or 32. Lyle Alzado brought him down. Carl Garrett. Bert Jones had just passed to Lydell Mitchell for 13 yards, and the Colts on the 32-yard line of Denver. First down for Oakland. That's Carl Garrett. Garrett's to the 30-yard line. Mitchell, by the way, Lydell Mitchell caught only one pass last Sunday. It changes, doesn't it, John? Week by week.
Week to week.
Sistrunk knows it.
You know, when Oakland starts running wide and they get strung out, it's very difficult to penetrate a Bronco defense because their lateral movement is so good that they just get about 7 or 8 guys on that play in no time.
Butch Lee, Marquette against Cuba on NBC. Bryson Manor's gone in at end now, replacing Lyle Alzado. That's Clarence Davis. Davis is picking up some good chunks of yardage today. Lyle Alzado will be back. He's not injured seriously. Barney Chavis made the tackle. 45 yards for Clarence Davis and 8 carries. The ball is on the Denver 24-yard line. It's third down and 2 to go for the Raiders, who are in the midst of a long drive and using the clock.
And those 3rd and 2s are a whole lot easier to call than those 3rd and 8s, which they had the last time these two teams played.
number of plays and first downs, it's all Oakland today. They're ahead 7-0. And Egan is dropped. He's hit by Bryson Manor of Arkansas in his first year, and that may put the Raiders into a field goal situation. It is. Errol Mann's coming on. Bryson Manor, watch him charge here now. Here's the handoff coming up. 32-yard attempt. That's been the longest of the year for Errol Mann. He's hit 11 out of 14. Been very accurate. David Humm will hold. 42-yard attempt. And the kick is up. Up. It is good by Errol Mann. He is 12 out of 15. And that 42-yarder puts Oakland on top now by a score of 10-0. His one kickoff's been in the end zone. He can keep a team at bay all afternoon with his punts and kickoffs. John Schultz, 86. Rick Upchurch, 80 are deep for the Broncos. And it's a high, deep boot again. Schultz is going to down it for the touchback, and Denver will put the ball in play on their 20-yard line. Rob Lytle now has come in to replace Otis Armstrong. All-American Rob Lytle of Michigan, a rookie. The coaches are high on him. It's off to Jim Jensen. He's
and it's a fumble to Monty Johnson.
Johnson scooped it up. Jensen carried the ball. They got him in a trade from Dallas. And up with it is Monty Johnson, the linebacker. And it is Oakland's ball.
On the fly. That's what you call being in the right spot at the right time if you're Oakland and making an error. You'd love to have another chance to rescind if you're Jensen. He tries to make a jump over the pile, loses the ball in trying to do so. Johnson picks it up in midair.
You know who made that play? Floyd Rice.
You bet
he reached his arm out, and he hacked the arm of the ball carrier and broke it loose. Floyd Rice made that play. First down for Oakland now. That's Van Egan. Van Egan racked up inside the 10 at the Denver 8 as he ran it from the 15 to the 8. 2 turnovers in this game for Denver. They didn't have a turnover out at Oakland. They played a perfect game. That tackle by Joe Rizzo and Bernard Jackson. Oakland on the Denver 8-yard line. Second down, 3 to go. Van Egan so far has carried the ball 9 times, 34 yards. Davis has had 45 yards. Raiders have had a good ground game. Van Egan may have picked up a yard, and that's all. Met by the right end, Paul Smith, 10-year veteran of New Mexico. We're moving down. 7 minutes remaining in the first period. Siani's on the field for the Raiders. Coming out is a Larry Evans, a linebacker. Godwin Turk has replaced him. Let's leave it on the 8-yard line. It's 3rd and 3 for the Raiders on the Denver 8. And the Raiders are already leading this game 10-0. 76,000 Denver fans roaring, hold. Hand off to Davis. Hold there. First down and touchdown, Clarence Davis. Clarence Davis carries it 8 yards, and the Raiders on the prowl here in Denver.
And I'll tell you, Mark Van Egan, leading the way for him, made an excellent block on a linebacker that allowed him to get the distance he needed. The whole left side of the line made a fine block. It was a draw fake. Opened up the hole. You see Van Egan here making the block, cutting Gradishar off. That made the play a touchdown. Davis just did the rest.
6:32 to go in the first half when Davis scored. It's a fired-up Oakland Raider team in here today. They knew it was perhaps their crucial game of the year. The kick is up by Errol Mann, and it's good. So the Raiders now have built a 17-0 lead over the Broncos. And so far, the Raiders have had everything going. A sound running game. The pass has been there when they've had to have it. Most of their running game's been back to the weak side behind their all-pro tandem of Shell and Upshaw. Highway 63, they call it, of the American Conference. Here you are. You're looking right at it. It's coming down to Rick Upchurch on the 3. 15. Flag is down. He's out to the 20. Could we have a clip on that by number 62?
Oh, yeah. Hugh McGinn got squashed.
First down, Denver on their 7-yard line. This is Lonnie Perrin. Perrin's hit by number 60, Otis Sistrunk, at right end. We pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC television network. Denver cannot get anything on track. Now, I'm going to have John Brody talk about this in a minute. 2nd and 7. Play action time. He fires down the middle, over the head of Haven Moses, cutting across, number 25. He was out there. The pass was just a little bit high. Touched his fingertip. All right, John, you've been in these positions where a club goes an entire half or maybe an entire game and just can't seem to get anything going.
You don't get on track, and oftentimes it's because you don't come up with the big plays. That was a perfect illustration. Havis Moses, he breaks open. Morton throws the ball a little bit high, but certainly good enough so that it could have been caught. That would have been a big play. It gets them out of the hole. They've been put in holes, have not been able to do anything themselves to get out of them, and as a result, they're really being overpowered.
3rd down and 7. Pat Tomei's in at right end. Some secondary backs are in. Paul and Hendricks have gone out. 6 secondary backs. Little flip pass is complete to Riley Odom, and he fights his way for a first down on the Denver 21-yard line. Riley Odom's the tight end. That's the first time they've gone to him today.
They haven't gone to Riley Odom for a long time. He has been their bread and butter guy.
This to the left. Haven Moses to the right. Greg Morton, play action again. Down the middle, complete to Haven Moses. First down, 42-yard line of Denver. Right down the middle, Jack Tatum made the hit on Haven Moses. That's his 11th catch this year.
Sign of a good receiver, too. He knew that he couldn't go any farther.
First down, Broncos on their 41. Morton, release to Leiter. Leiter up to the 48. I wouldn't be surprised to see this kid as a first stringer pretty soon. He is a complete football player, a devastating blocker. He's quick, he's tough, he can run, he can catch the ball. That pattern.
Jim was pretty quick in his day.
2nd down, 2. Hand off to Dalvin on a flanker reverse. And the Raiders held their ground and smothered it. Willie Hall just drifted laterally with it, and I'm waiting for you. Bam, I got you. Along with George Atkinson, the strong safety. Ahead, 3:37 to go in a half. 3rd and 5 for Denver. Denver's, it's to the 50. It's complete to Riley Odom. I don't know whether he has the first down or not.
He's a yard short.
They kick it. Colsey waits for it. Takes it on his 8 to the 10, 15 to the 20. It's up to the 25, and down he goes. A 17-yard return by ex-Ohio State star Neil Colsey. And an interesting item John Brody brought up, points. We're going to talk about that. Could be important when the season's over. Look at that hole for Van Egan. Mark Van Egan. It was average 4 yards to carry.
There's no secrets, Kurt, as to why things work or why things don't work. You see Dalby, Upshaw, Beeler, all 3 of them in there are just running through Denver's defense. That's something no team's been able to do, and that's why Denver hasn't lost any games. This is the key to Oakland winning this football game. Right now, they're in control.
They're on their 33 with a 2nd and 2. And they scramble it up, Mark Van Egan to the 35-yard line. Last year, the season was over. The first tiebreaker when you go to the playoffs, if you're tied with another team, how you did head on with that team in the matter of winning or losing. We'll get into this later. Right now, with a 2-minute warning, there's a timeout and the score, 17-0 Oakland. The wide receivers, Oakland has a first down on the Oakland 36-yard line with a 17-point lead. Clarence Davis stopped for a loss on his 34, 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down, 12. Randy Gradishar's on him. We're talking about the points. At the end of the year, to decide who goes into the playoffs, if you're tied with another club, the first tiebreaker is how you did with that club. Second, games within the division. The third tiebreaker, if you get that far, games within the conference. And the fourth, points scored in a head-on rivalry. So it's important for the Raiders to get a lot of points today. They were beaten by 23 at Oakland by Denver. Clarence Davis is an amazing runner. He gets a block or two ahead of him, and he just sort of runs right back of him.
And he waits for his blocks. He's not in any hurry to get in the hole. At the right side of his line, Lawrence and Beeler had excellent blocks. That's the reason you pick up first downs on simple little plays.
It's a smart run.
All right, we watch Stabler hand the ball off to Davis. He's waiting for help. You see Henry Lawrence out in front, George Beeler out in front. They've got good contact with Svensson. They're making contact down the field. Picks up 11. Oakland's first.
And he goes out of bounds and stops the clock. He did it all for him. Van Egan trying to slice off the weak side to the 50-yard line. The Raiders have had the ball about 75% of the time in this first half, and they've had the point, 17-0 in favor of Oakland, with 1 minute and 5 seconds to go in the half. Matuzak, the defensive left end. 36 plays for Oakland, 22 plays for Denver. Second down, 8. Coming off there is number 59, Rizzo. That's Clarence Davis again. Davis to the Denver 46-yard line. And now a timeout has been called by the Raiders to stop the clock. They Oakland ahead 17-0. Clarence Davis. He has a first down. He's to the Denver 41-yard line. And the clock moving along, and Oakland steps in and says, let's stop it, gentlemen. Now we have one timeout left for the Raiders as Stabler goes to the sideline. Britt and Bryant Gumbel have all the latest scores and highlights. First down from the Denver 41. Stabler going deep to Branch. Deep base, nearly picked off by number 43, Steve Foley, who had the speech to Branch covered all the way down the sideline. Oh, the incomplete pass comes with 22 seconds to go. And ahead 17-0. It's to Ciani, out of bounds. And we're down to 15 seconds to go. Same pattern it looked like, John.
It was, however, it looked like a poorly thrown ball. Ciani was covered. They've got a free safety down there. Bernie Jackson is so deep that he can cover the whole field if the ball's put up in the air. And it was. And Ken elected to just throw it out of bounds. He's still got 15 seconds left. It only takes about 4 to get it close.
And re-enter Biletnikoff and Branch. They went over there and took a breather on the last play. Well, they're ready to fly. Third down, 10, Oakland on the Broncos 41-yard line. 15 seconds remaining in the first half. Out they go. And this one is blocked at the line of scrimmage by number 63, John Grant, the nose tackle. They got a hand on that one. They were hoping for a deflection and a pickoff, but they couldn't quite get it. Fourth down, and Ray Guy's on to perhaps punt for the Raiders. Well, Denver stiffened and held. Bill Thompson will be the safety man for the Broncos. See how Denver plays this one now. Watch the line of scrimmage.
I'll be surprised if Thompson even tries to catch the ball.
They want a new ball. Let's also see if Ray Guy kicks it with the laces up the way he likes to. The way most punters like to do. They'll flip it around and get them up if they don't receive the snap like that. He had those laces up. He aims it for the far coffin corner. And he's out of bounds with it. It's going to be a short one. It'll hurt his average. It's out of bounds on the Denver 22-yard line. With 5 seconds to go in the first half, Denver's ball with a first down on the Denver 22. Oakland has dominated the first half. We'll have to see what Red Miller can do when they go into the old corral, into the south stands at halftime to bring his club out and get something moving with their offense. Craig Morton steps them down. A short pass to Riley Odom. Up to the 30. Odom, 35. Time is out. That's the end of the first half. He is set down not too gently by Monty to put him in the locker room. The end of the first half and the score of the Oakland Raiders 17 and the Denver Broncos nothing. Here we go for the second half. This is a spinner. And it is into the end zone to touchback. It'll be Denver's ball, first down on the Denver 20, and they still haven't had a return against Ray Guy. Moses, Jack Dolphin are the wide receivers. Riley Odom the tight end. Schindler and Miner at tackles, Vlasic and Howard at guards, Mottler at center. First down for the Broncos. Now they're doing something different. They're putting Moses in motion. There goes Armstrong with a hole. Otis Armstrong to his 25-yard line, tackled by John Matuzak and Floyd Wright. Same defensive setup. Matuzak, Rose, Sistrunk up front. Three-man line. Backed up by Rice, Johnson, Hall, and Hendricks, the four linebackers. Sometimes it's nearly a seven-man front. Second down, 5 for the Denver Broncos. This is Perrin. Matuzak drops him at the 22. Quick charge by 270-pound John Matuzak. First player selected in the year he came into pro football, and he had his problem. Houston to Kansas City. Finally wound up at Oakland. They say it would be his last stop. What did he do? He found a home.
He's had a long trip, but he loves it where he is. It's time for Craig to put that ball in the air. He's in a bad situation right now. 3rd and 9 isn't your most opportune time to have to call something that you need to do, but they are not controlling the line of scrimmage, and he's got to do something himself.
They're in a 4-down line. Sume's in there. A little quick flip, incomplete to Armstrong, and a crossover. Denver must punt. They've had that 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 all afternoon. Attendance today, tickets distributed, 75,086. No-shows, and they booed the no-shows here. 79 no-shows. 75,007 the actual attendance. How about that? Only 79 no-shows out of 76,000 people. There's the kick. A squirming one. Coming to Colsey on his 34, 35, 40, 45. Colsey to the 50. And he spins in the Denver territory and is down on the Denver 47-yard line by Larry Riley on the punt team.
And Oakland has great field position again.
Conference and pass receptions. He's caught only one today. Sheldon Lawrence at tackles. Upshaw and Beeler the guards. Dave Dalby at center. Van Egan. Van Egan rips it to the 42. A 4-yard gain. Second down 6. He's stopped by Randy Gradishar.
We've mentioned Gene Upshaw, Art Shell, Dalby, Beeler. Take a look at this play. Now, this is why things are working as well as they are. You get real good penetration at the line of scrimmage. Before any contact is made, he's picked up 3 or 4 yards, and that's a halfback's dream.
52 yards for Mark Van Egan, still a young NFL player. Reverse to Clarence Davis. Davis cuts back, spins for the first down. He has run well today. Made his cut, followed his blockers. Been a very smart runner. Lewis Wright finally nailed him. But the Raiders have a first down on the Denver Bronco 35-yard line. Gene Upshaw was the pulling guard that time, leading the way for him. Look at Davis. He's approaching 100 yards already. Oakland on the Denver 35. Early in the third period, the score is 17-0 Oakland. This is Davis. Nothing on that time. Barney Chavis chased him across the field and brought him down. And some words there. Bernard Jackson, Van Egan said something. Back left in there. Second down, 11. They give it to Van Egan. Flag is down. He's racked up. At the Denver 32, a flag was thrown as Van Egan was running off the right side. Branch and Litnikoff over on the same side. It's strong left. The tight end Casper's on the left. Garrett's out in motion. Flag is down. It's to Garrett on a hitch pattern. Garrett to the 40, still running and is out of bounds. That's a motion penalty against the Raiders, and I believe it was on Garrett when he peeled off. Second down and 26. Litnikoff and Ciani are the wide receivers. There's Banaszak. He's back into Denver territory to the Denver 45. Tripped up by Lyle Alzado, who came out all right for the second half. Third coming, 21 to go for the Raiders on the Denver Bronco 45. Just under 11 minutes to play in the third period. Oakland leading 17-0.
And in many situations of this type, with 20 yards to go, Stabler has a lot of plays that if he completes, will pick up the 20. However, with a score 17-0, I do not think he wants to give him a big break with a turnover. It's pretty tough to pick him up, and I don't think you'll see that ball go near.
They're in a slot left. Carl Garrett has it. Garrett is wrapped up. No gain. Louis Wright, the left cornerback, number 20. Nailed him there. So they hold the Raiders. Crowd comes to lie some. 4th down, and Ray Guy will go back in punt formation. Flag is down. There's another boomer. That's going to be out of bounds, but the flag has been dropped. Denver's going after Guy, but he gets it away, and he rides this one deep. This one is in the end zone for a touchback. Denver's ball, 1st down on their own 20. 1st down for the Broncos on their 20-yard line. They have not threatened in this game. Play action pass. It is intercepted by Floyd Rice, tipped off the hands of Skip Thomas into the hands of the linebacker Floyd Rice. But Thomas set that one up.
Well, Thomas came off of his man. He made an excellent play. He got his attention back on the quarterback. Morton was throwing it over the top of the linebacker. Thomas went for the ball. Thought he had it picked off, and it kind of bumbled into Floyd Rice's hands. That's the kind of break when things are going good you need.
Craig might have forced this pass.
Well, I don't think so. He does not have his attention down the field. He's trying to beat the linebacker. As you see, Skip Thomas, and he has Floyd Rice beaten. Skip Thomas makes an excellent defensive play, and they get another turnover. 3rd turnover charged to Denver. None against Oakland. 1st down, Oakland on the Denver 43, Mark Van Egan. Well, out at Oakland, it was deflections for Denver, tipping passes into the hands of other secondary or linebackers for interceptions. Today, it's working the other way. It sure is. The one thing that Denver has established is that they are not winning the game at the line of scrimmage. They have to put it in the air. When they do, they haven't been effective, and you don't score many points that way.
2nd down, 6. Branch and Biletnikoff for the wide receivers. Craig Morton with quarterback coach Babe Pirelli. There goes Van Egan, and he's to the 35 of the Denver Broncos. Van Egan is donating, I think he donated some of his Super Bowl money last year to an athletic scholarship at Colgate. He must have got a player out of it. Colgate's undefeated, untied this year, and having an excellent season. They've had 2 excellent seasons. And unscored on, too. They weren't even scored on that year, and they didn't get invited to a bowl game. Clarence Davis. And he should have a 1st down to the Denver 32-yard line. With 8 minutes to go, we're midway in the 3rd period. Oakland is ahead 17-0, and right now just controlling the ball. Bernard Jackson making the hit. 32. Stabler passes out, just completes the Casper, and he's held out of bounds by safety man Bill Thompson, who is one of the 2 or 3 top safety men in the National Football League, Bill Thompson.
Bill Thompson's been a great one for a long time, and many teams just avoid picking on him, so he went unrecognized for several years, but when they got their defense together, he's been an integral part of it.
That play was for 8 yards. It's 2nd down, 2. Oakland on the Denver 24. And the Raiders have looked like they were in Pasadena last January, the way they played today. Superb. Davis, 1st down inside the 15 to the 12. Watch this kicking out in front of him.
I tell you, there's no secret to the left side. Every time he goes, he has no hands laid on him till he gets downfield somewhere. This is no exception. You see Shell and Upshaw double teaming on Alzado when he gets into the secondary. It's all Thompson's job with Bernard Jackson.
They spotted on the 13-yard line. Oakland a 1st down on the Denver 13. 88 yards for Clarence Davis. He had 100 and some yards in the Super Bowl. Van Egan to the 11-yard line. He's cutting inside, and he gets to the line of American Conference, which is going to be a 3-way scramble. Mark Van Egan again. The Patriots are coming. They're breathing right down their necks. The Dolphins were upset today. They'd be a game behind.
It's still a...
They had purchased tickets. This is a 3rd down and 3. Oakland on the Denver 6-yard line. Van Egan. He is to the 3-yard line. He's got it. Time is called. The officials are going to measure. Van Egan has become a real workhorse.
I think this is a courtesy measure.
First and goal to go, they've decided. The Raider on the Denver 3-yard line, and this big sellout crowd is very quiet here now. They haven't had much to cheer about. Warren Bankston comes on the field. Bolitnikov goes out, and this gives the Raiders a twin tight end setup for more blocking power. Branch is spreading out far to the right. Just been sheer power on this drive. There's Van Egan. Stopped short.
I think there's an official on the other side that
half-yard line. Second down and a half yard to go for an Oakland touchdown. Madden thought they had it. He wants more.
I think he was looking down the field at an official who he thought had his hands raised.
Stabler. Van Egan's over, and Oakland has another touchdown. That was just a grinding drive following an interception on the 43-yard line of Denver. The Raiders took it in. 43 yards, most of the yardage by Clarence Davis and Mark Van Egan.
And the Raiders have just been methodically superior. You can take a look very simply. They get off on the snap of the ball. Van Egan meets the group at the goal line, and he's got enough surge to get in.
So that touchdown comes with 4 minutes, 28 seconds to go in the third period. That's the fifth touchdown for Mark Van Egan of the season.
It's a pretty big extra point.
Their old man, humble spot it. And the kick is good by our old man. So timeout. The score, Oakland 24, Denver nothing. Take the play away from the new Marquette coach. The kick is coming to Rick Upchurch. Hank Raymond, his old friend and assistant, who takes over the helm at Marquette. Kansas City, they play Seattle next week. But they have 4 of their last 7 at home, and they're tough at the Oakland Coliseum. Morton's to Armstrong. Armstrong has a first down. Otis Armstrong comes out to the 30-yard line.
Kurt, they do have 20 minutes left to play. They have to do something immediately to get back in this ball game. This is a little trailer play. They run the back through, fake it to him, look to the right side, come back off on the trail, and Armstrong's wide open. Gets a little help from Riley Odoms. Takes a pretty good lick from Teddy Hendricks.
We told you Art McNally's here today, the supervisor of officials. NFL is taking care of their own problems with violent plays. Hendricks worked that ball loose. Is it a pass or a fumble? It's a sack, they say. The whistle was blown dead. Ted Hendricks circled in behind, got to the quarterback. Now, if the hand starts through, it's called a pass.
Well, Craig never really was releasing the ball when he got to him. The ball was ruled dead.
No turnover. That's about the story. Toomey's in there. Lester Hayes, Neil Colby in the secondary. He stacks again. And that's Pat Toomey. Next to the Cowboys, Buffalo, Tampa, and now Oakland.
This is a defensive lineman's dream, Kurt. You get a team down 24-0. You know they have to throw. There's a lot of time to play. These defensive linemen get their starting blocks, and they are going for the quarterback.
4 quarterback sacks for Oakland.
Don Shinnick over there putting out his act.
What's that headgear he has?
Oh, I don't know. Some people say it's...
Third down and 23 to go. Flag is down. Looked like some movement to me. Fumbles the ball away, and Oakland may have it. There was a blur of movement. Whether it's on offense or defense, we'll see. Now it's third down and 18. Rob Lytle's into the game. Morton on the run. Lets it go. Maybe intercepted by Monty Johnson. He dropped the ball. Had it right in his chest. Monty Johnson, a linebacker. Today, Rice came up with the first interception of the season for the Raiders. Johnson had a crack at the second one. came in the second period. I'll tell you about it. It hasn't been very deep. Colsey on the run, fumbles the ball, recovers it. Denver reached the Oakland 40-yard line, and that's been their deepest penetration, and that came in the second period. Van Egan. Forward motion just crossed the 45 of Oakland. Randy Gratishar and Bob Swenson, number 51, came in to hit him. Here's the remaining games for Denver. They have Pittsburgh here next Sunday. Then they go to San Diego, play at Kansas City. Baltimore here, at Houston, San Diego, then at Dallas. They have Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Dallas remaining in their schedule. Tough team.
I'll tell you, Oakland's got Minnesota and L.A., though, so they've got no bargain either.
Second down, 9 to go for the Raiders. Flags are down. Davis has his head taken off. Clarence Davis by Godwin Turk, the right linebacker, number 55. But flags were dropped, huh?
Not bad. It's been a while since that happened.
Second down, 4. Van Egan. Right on him there was Bob Swenson and number 43, Steve Foley, the cornerback. Sock it to him. Hang on to the lead. Van Egan trying to dive for that. He was hit by the line of scrimmage and then went forward. He's had a lot of carries in this game. We're approaching 1 minute to go in the third period. This one is riding into the end zone for another touchback. Denver's ball, first down on the Denver 20. Otis Armstrong out of motion. Lonnie Perrin with the ball, and he's 4 yards, and that's it. John Matuzak hit him there. Second down, 6 to go for Denver.
Fans are getting a little restless.
Those are the 1 o'clock games next week. Buffalo's at New England. Cincinnati at Cleveland. Miami at New York. San Diego at Detroit, an interconference game. Pittsburgh's here at Denver. Be one of the key games of the entire schedule in NFL next week. Out on the screen to Perrin. 25, 30. Perrin to the 35, 34-yard line. First down for the Broncos. Time is running out in the third period.
Very well set up play. A screen pass at this time, everybody in the house knows he has to throw it. It's a good call. He's been getting a good rush. The linebackers have been dropping deep. Give it to your backs and let them pick it up.
That's the end of the third quarter with a score. Oakland 24 and Denver nothing. They're behind 24-0. Morton's pass. Dolvin has it. Dolvin is out of bounds, but a first down at the Oakland 43-yard line.
That was Ted Hendricks all the way back 25 yards deep. As we mentioned earlier, everyone in the house knows they're going to throw the ball. And when that's so, you have to thread it about as well as it can be done. Morton had very little room to put the ball in there. He got Dolvin open and hit him.
Regular defensive lineup out there for the Raiders. Same down three. Matuzak, Rose, Sistrunk, Rice, Johnson, Hall, and Hendricks, the linebackers. And the secondary back intact. Thomas and Brown, Atkinson, and Tatum. Denver's ball, first down on the Raider 43-yard line. Here's a deep pass to Upchurch. Incomplete over his head. Willie Brown was on Rick Upchurch and is running a fly pattern into the end zone. Willie said, well, try again. And there, Colsey's in there. That makes 6 for the Raiders. Second down, 10. Lonnie Perrin has been the most effective runner for Denver today. None of them have been able to break any big yardage. Perrin has 36 yards on 8 carries. He's the top runner. Pat Toomey made the hit on him. It's on the 39-yard line of Oakland. This is Denver's deepest penetration of the game. Third down and 6. Wallach. Biletnikoff. Flags are down. Oakland may have jumped offside. Off the hands of Riley Odom, but two Oakland men were jumping early in anticipation. A yard to go. Rob Lytle is committed to running back along with Lonnie Perrin. Lytle has it, and he squirmed for the first down.
He created a hole that time.
Maybe. Look at that score. 49-3, Seattle over Buffalo. O.J. Simpson had 20-some yards in the first half. He's injured, knees bothering him, and he was benched in the second half. Got to be a bad loss for Buffalo against an expansion team. At 24-0. 13 minutes to play in the game. Lytle out in motion. Morton's toss. Complete to Dalvin. He's out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. Jack Dalvin.
Morton put that ball right on the money. Dalvin made an excellent break.
First real scoring threat that Denver's had. Otis Armstrong. Well, they were waiting for him. That was Floyd Rice and John Matuzak. Denver can't get anything around their own right side today.
But Tusak is stringing it out. He's holding his own when they try to go to the right side. And when he jams it up, they look for a hole, and there's none to be found.
Second down, 10 to go for Denver. 24-0, Oakland ahead. Early in the fourth period. Armstrong, 32 yards. That's it. 1,000-yard man, a couple of years. There's a quick one for a touchdown to Dalvin. Jack Dalvin on the slant batter.
That was a beautiful pattern by Dalvin. He came out, he's working against a man that knows all his tendencies. Willie Brown's not going to let him inside if he has anything to say about it. He made an excellent move to the outside, cut inside underneath
for an extra point. Reach for hold. Turner's kick is up, and it's good. Oh, we'll see what Denver does now. They can hold Oakland and get the ball back again while they line up for the kickoff. I'll tell you, it's 24-7, Oakland. What they have to do. Carl Garrett and Hugh McGinn are back. Lonnie Perrin kickoff is coming to Ginn on the 3-yard line. Out to the 10, 15, 20, and he's hit there by number 26 of the Denver Broncos down covering, Larry Riley. Here's the lineup next week. We have NFL. All right, Oakland's ball, first down. And Denver digs in. Stops the rush of Van Egan. John Grant hit him there.
If they're to get back in this game, Kurt, their defense has to make a big play for them.
So far, Oakland has not given up the ball on an interception or a fumble. And they have recorded 4 quarterback sacks against Craig Morton, while Stabler's had almost perfect protection today. A lot different than there was 2 weeks ago, when he was harassed on nearly every play, the way Burt Jones was last week by New England. Makes a difference. Second down 8. When you give this man time, it makes a lot of difference. You're in trouble. Van Egan falls down on the 29. Now the Denver fans are alive. Third and 9.
The fans are pumped up, and it has to have some effect on their defense. You had the feeling the players were going a little dead. The touchdown definitely ignited the fans, and they in turn may have ignited their defense.
11:20 to play. This is one of the few times that Oakland had a third and long. They're third and 9. Most of the time they've had a third and 1, a third and 2, or a third and a foot. Mike Siani and Morris Bradshaw are in a slot right formation. The toss to Clarence Davis. They gather him in and stop him, and the defense comes through for Denver. Steve Foley made the hit on Davis, and Ray Guy will come in the punt. And the Broncos want that ball back again. It'll be a 4th down and 6 for Oakland. Rick. Bradshaw's getting down there. Great kick by Guy. Tremendous kick. 7-yard line. Up to the 15. Escape 3, 4 men still going. A brilliant return by Lester Hayes and Morris Bradshaw are the wide men. There's the kick by Guy. Not as deep, a high one. He gets great hang time. Upchurch, and he's 27. Trying to peel. It's up to the 30. Fumbles the ball. Does Denver have it? Who's got it?
Somebody's got it between his legs down there, and he's got an orange jersey on. I can't read his number.
Denver's ball. A narrow escape for Rick Upchurch.
It's like Larry Evans.
The guy's kick wasn't any 60-yarder, but it hung up there, and they had half the club down there covering. Greg Morton, 11 out of 18 as he brings him up. Denver's ball on their 29, a first down. Armstrong's in motion. That's Perrin coming through at the 40. Still going. Hanging on the ball. First down. Clock is moving. Jack Tatum hit him. He tried to get out of bounds.
And that was great blocks at the point of attack. You see Mondler, Classic, Howard, all three of them. Perrin goes right through at the point of attack with the help of a double-team block. Hendricks is looking for the throw. Before he can get to the play, it's already at him.
Running backs are Lytle and Jim Jensen. Lonnie Perrin's been the best ball carrier today. There's your time remaining. Morton flips it to Lytle. Lytle at the 45, to the 40. Lytle's down, but another first down. The Broncos are alive now on offense.
He put an excellent move on Willie Brown, who was coming up to make the tackle. He turned a little 6-yard gain into about a 15-yarder.
A down lineman now. They're into a 4-3. The rush is on. The toss is tipped away by Skip Thomas against Lonnie Perrin. Thomas thought he should have intercepted.
Well, he was a little concerned because when he tipped it, the ball did go up in the air, and he would like to have been in a position where he could try and intercept it. He was doing a pretty fine job to knock the ball down. You can see he let
Colsey's out, and Hayes is in. Colsey's in two now. Draw play to Perrin. Perrin is racked up and hit hard by Lester Hayes, a rookie of Texas A&M. He's a hitter, and he's quick. He was a linebacker one time, then a safety man at Texas A&M. 3rd and 7. That ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. May have been Dave Rowe.
It was, Dave.
Dave Rowe tipped it 74.
And I'll tell you, the impressive thing is that they kept 7 men in to protect for Morton, let the receivers go downfield, enabling them to run their routes. You can see he's keeping everybody in. He's got 5 men at the line of scrimmage, both backs in. Perrin's trying to help out. Rowe gets his hand up and beats it down.
And it for Riley Odom. 4th down for the Broncos. 7 to go. Play. Here comes. He's down. Pat Toomey knocked him off balance and put him down.
He went right.
Charge by Pat Toomey.
He went right around Glen High at that trip. They've had 2 tackles in there trying to cover up for the injury to Andy Maurer, and Toomey has handled them both.
He only has to play about 10 plays a game. He does it all for them. So they have to have him on those 3rd down plays, 4th down. Over the 50-yard line goes Mark Van Egan to the Denver 49. Pat Toomey. He went from Dallas to Buffalo, then to Tampa, short span, and on to Oakland. They also picked up Mike McCoy, another veteran, used as a spot player in case somebody got hurt up front as a reserve defensive man.
Somehow he doesn't appear to me to be a reserve.
2nd down, 7. Raiders on the Bronco 49. Davis outside, breaks it down that sideline, and they just bump him out. And that's Randy Podol, number 21 of Stanford, who pushed him out. Well, we've had just a gorgeous afternoon here. Temperature in the 70s. It's clouding up a bit. There are your 49ers leading Tampa 20-3, John. And incidentally, 60 miles from here, we had a weather report. At Winter Park, it was snowing heavily at noontime, 60 miles away.
Those clouds look like it may be coming this way.
Clarence Davis driving straight ahead.
Pretty
Time-consuming plays.
Pretty hard to play catch-up, Kurt, when you can't get the ball, and that's what Oakland's offense is doing effectively right now. They're controlling the ball, and they're controlling the line of scrimmage, and
Bill Davis, Johnny, just done over 100 yards. Big day for him. Second down, 5 to go for the Raiders. They're in a slot right. Branch and Ciani. There's Van Egan. He's wrapped up quickly by Bob Swenson, number 51 of California. Interesting out there in that Pacific Coast Conference, the Pac-8, the Rose Bowl picture. California upset USC yesterday. John Brodie's old school, Stanford, is right in the picture. Washington, UCLA, they're all in there, John.
We're still in it, but I think Bill Walsh has been winning with mirrors the last few weeks. You know, for them to be 6-2 at this time of the year is...
Mark Van Egan is plowed under at the 30-yard line. He must be around 30 carries. Here's the New England. They have the easier schedule, but they're all dangerous. Buffalo, they play at Miami, at Buffalo. The Eagles at Atlanta. Three-way race in that Eastern Division. Incomplete pass. Stabler was under a hard rush that time. Larry Evans had blitzed him. So the Raiders go off the field now, and the Bronx go back on the attack. Time 4:57. Right after we're through here, coming up next, NFL 77. First down, Denver in the 30. 24-7, Oakland ahead. The Raiders have led all the way. They got 7 in the first period. Led 17-0 in the half. Picked up another touchdown in the third quarter. Denver scored in the fourth period. Rob Lytle stopped just as he caught the ball by Skip Thomas.
Just let it. Write down the number of the radio.
Kurt, that was effectively executed. However, I'm not sure they even have enough time to go down the field once with 7-yard gains. They need something to happen and happen in a hurry. When there's only 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, they've got to find some way to get some points on that board.
Johnson and Hendricks, linebackers, the next backs in the secondary. Sideline, out of bounds, Riley Odoms, and that's the first down. He'll be on the Denver 43. That didn't take long.
Nope. Didn't take up much time.
First down, Denver on the 43-yard line. Our statistics, research today by Joe Costanza.
He ran out.
The game is yet to happen.
Lytle taking away. A good-looking back, isn't he? You bet. Dave Rowe and Floyd Rice made the play on Rob Lytle. It's up to the Denver 48. It'll be a second down 5.
You were talking about Lytle, Kurt. The impressive thing is he appears to be so durable. I know at Michigan he carried the ball an awful lot. Here they've been impressed with him because he's the kind of guy that doesn't look so impressive size-wise. Speed-wise, he's swift and he's quick. But there's nothing as impressive about him, in my opinion, as his heart. He comes to play.
Skip Thomas. That is a picture of frustration when he batted that ball away.
He's had 3 almost, and he's just been waiting to pick some off all year long. He's had 3 chances, and he hates to let them slip away. You see Toomey putting a good rush on Morton. The ball was tipped, and it just got out of his area.
He's a funny fellow anyway.
Yeah, he's a great cornerback.
3rd and 5 for Denver. From their 48, trailing 24-7. Morton 15 out of 25. Oakland in the down 4. Here's an option play off to Perrin. Perrin trying to drive for that first down, doesn't get it. They rammed him out of bounds. That was Monty Johnson. flowing with the play to belt him out.
Rob Lytle got a pretty good block on Neil Colzin.
He'll pass for it. Has him open. Riley Odom. First down, Denver. And they're going to put the ball in play at the Oakland 32-yard line.
You can see George Atkinson was trying to lay some wood. When you're trying to handle Riley Odom, you better bring your lunch. He knows he's outweighed by about 30 pounds. Morton lays it off to Odom. Makes a pretty good catch. You can see Atkinson coming over, trying to get a good hit. Odom gets out of the way, and Willie Hall makes the play.
Oakland just gets the man off the field this time. Big rush is on, setting up the screen, and he threw it away. He saw he was in trouble there.
Well played by David Rowe. He read the screen the whole way, and he was in a perfect position to receive the ball. Only thing Craig could do.
Rowe does a lot of other things besides collect stamps. Only of all time, Oakland and Denver will be tied with 6 wins and 1 loss apiece at the halfway mark. Flags are down. Morton. All the time. Wide open there. Out of bounds is Haven Moses.
His offensive line gave him all the time he needed that trip. He came off to his 4th receiver.
They need water, the ranchers especially. Otis Armstrong. Cutting. Touchdown. Otis Armstrong.
Getting close. You can tell when those good backs get close to that goal line.
Quarter touchdown. Flags are down. The kick is good, but here's the report. Here it is. It is spinning around and out of bounds. It's out of bounds. Now, Denver beat Oakland in Oakland. Little short one in the gap. And this one is going out of bounds and the flag is down. Whoops. Here he goes. And he shorts this one. Carl Garrett up with the ball after fumbling it. He wants to stay in bounds. They finally wrestle him down, and another flag is dropped. Denver has 3 timeouts left, Oakland 2. Van Egan hit by Larry Evans, who shot the gap as a linebacker and dropped him for a loss. Timeout by Denver.
They're going to take every chance they can take to get that ball pop loose. And
the Rose Bowl and the Orange Bowl, back to back, a blockbuster doubleheader. Van Egan stops at the 32. There are 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. It's 3rd down for the Raiders. 31-yard line with a 10-point lead. Siani Biletnikoff are the wide receivers. Well, they hammer him down. Carl Garrett. And Denver comes in and calls time. The Broncos stop the clock. They have 1 timeout left. 1 timeout left for Denver.
They're hanging in there.
Both field goals and punts. Tommy Davis with the 49ers for 10 years. Ray Guy's right up in there, just short of 45 yards. His kick's away. It's another boomer. Upchurch backpedaling to his 6th. Out to the 10, 15, 20. Still spinning and going, and finally is ganged under at his 25-yard line. 23-17. Morton fading. Then caused a fumble, and Denver recovers it. Couldn't get it away, nobody open. Greg Morton is injured as he goes down.
Well, Sistrom came around the backside, made an excellent play on Morton. Morton was in the process of throwing the ball. And
Otis Armstrong has broken up. Flashing across. Matuzik was rushing a passer. Rice, the linebacker, came across. As did Skip Thomas. We're down to 1:17 now. 15 over Buffalo in the 4th quarter. Jim Zorn, the left-handed quarterback, returned to action. Big rush on again. Screen to Perrin. 25-30. Perrin is out of bounds. No, he's in bounds, they say. The clock is moving.
Willie Hall made a great play.
That's a surprising score. The one-sidedness of that game, 31-7. Last year in the playoffs, Pittsburgh, Baltimore. Baltimore getting revenge today. Quarterback or in the secondary. He's a very fine athlete. They're going to waste him, though, with that kicking leg he has. Craig Morton. Fourth down. Has to make it. They do. Armstrong scurries it away, trying to get out of bounds. And he does not get out of bounds. He had to get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Well, he has to break a big play. He took the chance. You don't get chances that often. He took the chance to make a big one out of it, and they pulled him down inbounds. There's only about 35 seconds left. They've got to get something going.
They're down to 30 seconds. Surprising how few people have left this stadium. 76,000 here. Morton down the 46-yard line. Another sack. Number of stations are joining us. We're in the last 22 seconds. They're 14 points. They beat Oakland by 23 out there, and they're losing by 10 here. Here's a bomb with Moses. He's there, just slapped away. Willie Brown just slapped it away.
And that ball was hummed. He threw it about 65 yards in the air. Moses had already extended himself and
last play of the game. And we have only one undefeated team left in the NFL. Morton is down again. The Raiders have turned in the sacks today. That must be 8 for them on Morton. So we have a reverse to the proceedings that happened out at Oakland. Today it's Oakland by 10. Impressively, it was Denver by 23 out at Oakland. 76,000 fans saw their home team beaten, but they gave a scrappy performance in the fourth quarter. We will join the Halloween Hall of Fame, already in progress, on the wonderful world of Disney, following these local messages.